Hey guys, welcome back to the Countdown Podcast. This is episode 485. It's going to be on content creation because we were talking about creating some content recently. And I'm here with Samuel,
Hey,
Austin,
how's it going?
Soren,
Hey,
and Evan.
what's up, guys?
Perfect. So, the reason we're doing content creation is because we were playing basketball recently, and we ended up deciding that we were going to have some trouble coming up with our next episode. How does one create good content?
Yeah.
And we have Austin here to lead us off with some questions right away.
Well, I just wanted to start by acknowledging the fact, I feel like it's a very common trope that people like friend groups like ours go like, yeah, hey, let's make a podcast. Let's make a podcast. It's like a very common thing that people do. And I would say we fit directly into that, you know? Have you guys noticed
Yep.
that?
I think so.
I think so, because like we're just a bunch of friends that made a podcast. And I think the thing that differentiates us is how we want to continue on with this podcast. I would say we're almost a year in at this point, right? Nearly a year, and this is only our 15th episode, but we'll take it.
Yeah, our first post was 9 months ago.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's a slow cook.
Yeah, our weekly schedule is dog shit. It's okay, but
The first couple were weekly,
Yeah,
and
they were-
then,
They were, but I guess my first question, or topic to bring up is like, do you guys think that a podcast alone can succeed? At least now, in the modern day, because like
What's your definition of
right,
success?
just something on Spotify, no
Yeah.
shorts, no nothing.
yeah, like we start off as podcasters. Can that work? You guys think that can work? Like just based off of previous examples,
Well, I think everybody else who has started a podcast was already previously known
Yeah.
or famous.
Like even though when I go back to like Joe Rogan, like
Now we gotta put him
His
in the
UFC
thumbnail.
stuff,
Yeah.
you know?
yeah,
Before
Yeah, he did
did the
UFC.
podcasting stuff.
He's a comedian.
Yep.
yeah.
He's
So, do we think we can do it? Do we think we can do it?
I think we would need a very large stroke of luck in order to make it big.
yeah. I think it's probably closer to like Twitch streamers, like how what's his name, Moist Critical, or well, I guess he did YouTube before he did Twitch, right? So I don't know if that's
I think he was
viable-
always
I
on
don't know if that one's
YouTube.
viable. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think like without like a previous online presence, like I feel like getting big off of just a podcast is like
Pretty
nearly
slim.
impossible nowadays.
Yeah. I would agree.
And I would say especially at our I hate to say not very stellar production quality, I feel like it makes that even harder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely.
Like even Haley Welsh had the Hawk 2 meme before she made her podcast. So
Right.
we got to have our own Hawk 2. And
Someone come up with something.
yeah, what do
Fuck
we
Tua.
what what do we that's not even all
Did
of
I
it.
do
dude.
it?
No, you got to say the whole thing.
I'm not saying the whole thing. I don't
Okay.
know what it is.
Okay. Well, like what do we think then could we do to make this more successful?
Hmm.
What do you guys think?
What do I think? I think well, I think like if the podcast like if that's to like remain the main thing, I think I'm like I think the big trend nowadays is short form content, as kind of terrible as that sounds. Um I just think that that's kind of what is popular.
Yeah.
and
Well,
as
you know
like
what I
TikTok
was
and
thinking.
short
I
form.
just remembered there's this podcast out there called the MD Foodie Boys, and if you haven't heard of this podcast, it's kind of like caked in irony. It's like a bunch of like, well, I don't know how old they are, but like young kids who made a podcast talking about food, and it's like their descriptions are it's almost you kind of have to watch it to kind of get the vibe it's going for. It's just kind of awkward. But they, I think, didn't do anything before their podcast. And now, like, I mean, they're not huge, they're not like household names, but I think they did. I think they had Jake Paul on their podcast.
Okay, so I mean,
They made it,
made a name for themselves.
but I feel like their podcast is more just like almost a joke, you know.
I
Which
mean,
might
yeah,
be.
what hit? I'm not familiar with these guys. What was their big break? Was it like?
I don't know. I think it was honestly. I think it
viral
was their first
episode?
couple. I think just the premise
Maybe.
alone, just a bunch of like guys that don't really know how to do a podcast. They just talk about food. Like there's this clip that I saw where it's like they're talking about pizza and they all agree that pepperoni is their favorite. Like, or no, they agree that
Amazing.
cheese is their best, and it's just like okay,
Top tier content.
like they're
Almost as
just
good as ours.
it's like they go in a circle and be like, oh yeah, cheese is my favorite. It's like I don't really like pepperoni.
Sorry, what's the podcast called?
MD Foodie Boys, and the way I saw them was on Instagram. It was short form.
Oh yes, I have seen these guys.
Yeah, so maybe it is possible because
they
that's
reviewed a Drake album that they like. No.
yeah, yep, yeah. They reviewed a Drake. That's kind of a off of not their traditional topic, but
I mean, like, did these guys make it big because they're just like brain rot and like people like
I think
make
I
fun
think
of
that
them
how
because they have just like terrible. Like,
it's kind of like
I don't
caked
know,
in
guys. What's
irony.
your
Is
favorite kind of pizza?
I don't know.
I like
Oh,
cheese.
yeah, I like cheese too. I don't really like pepperoni.
like to me, this kind of reads to me as just a stroke of luck for them. Like,
It might be, but also like they made it into short form content. People saw like it's just kind of irony. It's like the thing that you'd send to a friend and be like, "Ha, look how stupid these guys are."
right.
I think that's what made it so shareable and like people would just keep watching it.
You think we got to get dumber? You think that's the move?
Yeah, we might have to
All right.
bring
That's
out your inner like 14-year-old Soren.
fuck, dude.
Well, I was thinking like I mean for the short form
14-year-old
content.
me was pretty quiet, so
Yeah.
Oh
you
yeah.
know, he
Oh.
doesn't have anything to say.
Okay. Interesting.
All right.
What were you saying, Samuel?
What were you saying, Sam?
For the short form, I just want to make sure Soren actually didn't have anything to say, or if he was gonna.
No, he didn't have
Oh yeah,
anything
no,
to
for
say.
sure. I definitely didn't have
Contribute.
anything to say.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. For the short form content, I think we could probably. I don't know if we want to go back and like look at some of our highlights or like just like moments in some of these episodes that were really funny, and we
Yeah.
could clip it and put it in short form content. I think
Yeah.
that would probably help.
Yeah, make it Instagram. Let us know if you want us to make an Instagram.
We could make an
It
Instagram
could be
account.
because I feel like there's either two ways we could go for success. Either super high production quality and like really cool ideas, which I feel like might be able to work. I would like to believe would be able to work, or we go down the irony route and just make like really dumb shit.
I am pretty stupid, so
Like
that might be the easier
we've
route
had
for me.
ideas where we would do a podcast episode playing the silent game, you know.
Right.
We could make that.
I think
You know what?
honestly
Speaking
that
of
one.
content
Wait,
creation,
hold on. Sorry, hold on. Actually, no, wait. I just thought about this actually recently when you talked about the silent game. This stuck in my head. I feel like that could be our very first ever podcast where we do a full face reveal,
Yeah.
and we just have cameras on everybody in 4 different directions, and we're just
Yeah.
looking at each other the entire time.
Yeah. That you know what I could see people I could see that being clipped and put on Instagram and people would actually watch it. I feel like that could be a real thing.
Yeah, that would actually be kind of funny.
Yeah, and I also feel
I
like
could see something like that going kind of viral.
I feel like
just for Instagram.
at the point where we have cameras going, I feel like that alone would up production quality.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Instead of just Discord. I feel like that definitely would.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree too. I mean, I think, yeah, definitely doing like short form, but like clip farming. Clip farming seems to me to be like the #1 trend kind of for Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah.
Like kind of how you get popular. Like there's dudes like Jinxie and Queso, and even
Yeah.
like I'd say even like to an extent like Kai Cenat and I Show Speed, those
Yeah.
guys. And
I would
like
agree.
part of me is like, yeah, you can do that, but I feel like doing what like um
You say like a
Jin
lot.
oh do I?
Yeah. My bad.
Doing what Jinxie
Filler.
does would be really unfulfilling, I think, to me. That type of
Yeah.
content creation where you just
Yeah, you get the success, but like I would only want to do this if I made a product that I was proud of, you know? Or at least get to that point. It probably isn't at that point yet, but
I think I think as far as this channel is, I think it would be kind of neat to have like unique guests on and stuff like that. But I also just like I kind of like bringing some of our friends just for random episodes. I think that's always fun.
yeah.
But
I think
Right. I doubt we could end up getting much for unique guests as of right now anyway. And our
Yeah.
guests are unique. You know, each of our friends are different.
Well, that's I can't remember. I heard about this podcast that instead of just having on these famous people that everyone has on their podcast, they just have everyday guys and like talk to them as if they're, you know, meant to be there. Like they have something interesting to say because they usually do. So I feel like that could be fun to do. Just bringing, yeah, everyday people on. That was one of my ideas from the start. We've done it a couple times, but they're kind of our
It's still
friends.
possible. We don't have
Yeah.
too many episodes out right now. We still
Yeah.
have lots of options. Lots of content left to be made.
Yeah.
indeed.
I
Maybe
doubt
on
we'll quote
our
unquote quit
maybe
in the
we'll hit
traditional sense.
500. Maybe we'll hit 500 episodes without anybody
any famous people.
noticing. Well, yeah, or just anyone noticing.
Yeah.
Just like
Imagine
someone will
how
just like
Bad.
it'll be like who's that one guy who's like the most documented person on YouTube but
Chris
like
Chan.
blew up. Yeah, yeah, it could be like that where he like documents his entire
Why
life.
gotta be
He
Chris
goes,
Chan,
no,
bro?
no, no, well, like no, hold on. But it would be like nobody really knows, well, except for like Reddit or whatever. But he had a small following, and then he blew up like out of nowhere. Um, like halfway through. But like that could be us. We'd just like be documenting every single episode, get to 500, still go completely unnoticed, and then some random guy just finds our podcast and then blows it up.
Yeah.
After we die, people will analyze our amazing works and put it in a
Yeah.
museum.
Yeah.
We'll be like 10
That's
years down the road after the podcast
Yeah.
is
Right.
done.
They'll
And
be
then
like,
we'll
these people
Oh,
were ahead
wow.
of their time.
we put in an astronomical amount of work for literally zero return.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Good.
Well, yeah,
No, I
hopefully
mean,
I would like to get a set for this podcast, but at this point I'm kind of stumped on where that would be or some place that is like, you know,
Or
visually
what that would
pleasing.
be.
yeah,
Yeah.
we considered Soren's parents' bedroom,
Yeah. But we
so
think we
that
think
might go
we
back to the scrap board.
yeah, I think that's better as a podcast in places. Soren's parents'
Right.
bedroom.
It's a
Mm,
pretty interesting location,
Tune
so
into
I feel
that
like it's one of those
episode.
things that you can really only do once.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we could make it our home base.
Yeah.
Like I said, one of those things you can really only do once.
Yeah, who knows? Well, stay tuned to find out, but yeah. I guess in terms of increasing our production quality, what else do you guys think we could do?
I guess like thinking back, like actually having a podcast set up with cameras and stuff at a pizza ranch in public while doing a podcast would actually be pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. We never scrapped it. It's still in
Still on
the
the
books.
table.
It's still
Yeah.
cooking.
Yeah, that would
Yeah.
actually be kind of funny.
Yeah, we
I
did
mean,
like
yeah, I mean, it's just getting wilder with our ideas. Like, I feel like clip farming can still like,
we can still do it.
yeah, we could do it
Like we
while
don't have to
doing some
force
cool
it. We don't
stuff,
I think we
suppose.
do without forcing it, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like we have funny clips just like kind of on its own and post them to wherever we do. And then, you know, get a bunch of views on Instagram and become famous and rich.
Because that's
Yeah,
the
I'd be
goal.
for some of that.
And then switch up on all our day one fans.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll start a Bitcoin and then rug pull.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Stay tuned for that, guys.
Yeah.
Could get enough fans where we can run for president and
We
win.
could our final episode could be podcast in place of the Bahamas right after we rug pull everybody.
Anal episode.
So subscribe, guys, so you can
For the
be there
0th
for that wonderful
episode.
moment.
Yeah, for the 0th episode. Countdown podcast for rug pull in the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Actually, gonna be interested. We're gonna be introducing Countdown Coin. It goes
Countdown
down over
coin.
time along with the episodes.
I like countdown coin.
No, that's a good one.
Let's make it, dude. Let's make it.
No, I think we should.
I
I
had
think the
a
face of it should be Evan when he's doing the tongue thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
the flight reacts.
On our profile picture, yeah.
Yeah.
I had I guess a follow-up topic about if we didn't think that podcast alone could do it, is if you guys were to make any solo content, what would it be? Because I feel like typically or maybe not all the time, but if it's a group podcast, I feel like a lot of it is separate content creators that, come together and make a podcast.
Right. Why don't you guys go first? Because I think you know my answer to this one.
Well, Samuel, I think you were talking about something last time we spoke about this. Do you want to go first?
Sure. So I think what I originally wanted to do when I got a motorcycle was I wanted to make content about the Bible and just kind of do like little pull bits of scripture and then just try and post more uplifting content to the brain rot algorithm of
Good
what all
luck,
social
dude.
media is. Just like I don't know, because like I'm trying
not
to
saying you
give
shouldn't,
back
obviously.
for how much.
Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
really
no.
nice, actually.
I'm trying to give back for how much crap and garbage I consume.
Yeah.
on those.
I mean, it
on
would
those
be
apps.
good to have more, I guess, purposeful Instagram reels that you come across that you might actually remember.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, like, it's also all that stuff that I would be doing for one would be meaningful to me, but it would also just be kind of like I kind of thought of it as kind of like a memo, like a voice memo for myself.
Yeah.
Because I mean, every post would be saved under my account automatically, so I could just go back and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. That's a good piece of monologue or
Yeah.
whatever. I'm gonna save that. So, I mean, yeah, I think it would be kind of. I think that would be, or for like content in general, making content. I think it's most important for making is what you had said earlier, Evan. Like you're like, I think if I did what Jinxie did, you would feel very unfulfilled. So it's like I think we need to make content that's. I agree with you. It's
More fulfilling.
fulfilling. Yeah, but it also is like something that you're actually kind of passionate about.
Yeah.
And something that I think then it also just doesn't really feel like work because if you're just working towards to try and make it and base that off of your content, I feel like you're gonna fail. Because like I think
Well, I feel like a lot of YouTubers, I guess just content creators in general, their videos or whatever they're making does have to turn into work. Because, if they go full time on it, they have to figure out a way to monetize it.
At some point, it becomes work.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that they got into it for the passion.
Yeah.
yeah. I guess at that point, I don't know if I could really see myself doing content creation as a full-time job. The whole
it's a very weird, like, at least for myself, I don't know about you guys, it's hard to imagine myself in that position.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I couldn't. It's not really. I don't feel. I never really felt called to it. I've also never done it in the past. I think it would just be kind of something fun to do, like something to post once a week or something.
Like as a hobby.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's also like that would be something that I would be proud of sharing to a bunch of other people.
Mhm.
Not kind of just
Not this
like
podcast. Not this podcast.
well, I mean, I know I see that too. Like this is kind of like a hobby. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Well,
And I mean like I enjoy talking to you guys and I feel like we have fun conversations. So I mean like I don't mind having all this stuff kind of floating in on the internet.
yeah.
Doesn't bother
I
me.
think some people find value in this. And I for one am set to making this podcast as good as I can in terms of quality. So that's kind of, I guess you could say, a passion. I think
Yeah, that's good.
I don't have any expectations for this becoming monetized. I don't think you should. I think if you decide to become a YouTuber, that's like all you're doing. I feel like that's just a bad idea. You have a plan
It
A.
almost never works out in your favor. I
Yeah.
think
Because it is a lot of luck.
yeah, no it is. I think the only person who actually got away with, you know, doing that was Mr. Beast. Like he's the only person ever. Everybody else had like side jobs. I think that guy like dropped out of college and was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
start making YouTube videos, and he just got really lucky.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I
but he
think
does like deep dives on like content creation and stuff.
he like mastered the
like
algorithm. He just like
yeah,
he's the reason YouTube is in its current state where it's also just brain rot. It's just not
Yeah,
a whole
he
lot of
really did
worthwhile.
optimize it all.
Yeah, so I guess unless we're gonna go down that route and start giving people a bunch of money, I don't think I don't think we
No,
should go for that.
I got
No.
3/4. Take it or leave it.
Yeah. Guys,
Yeah.
keep out. We're gonna do
nickels.
podcasts in places giving money to homeless guys.
Yeah,
We're
double it
gonna
or give it
bless
to the
the
next
community
person,
with
but I don't have
donations.
enough to double it.
You just end the video.
Yeah, and then start another one the next day.
Yeah. He's like, no, just be like,
All right,
yeah,
guys, we're
I
gonna go
gave him
back
the
to
money,
this.
guys.
We're gonna go back to the same homeless person and ask him to double it or give it to the next person.
Yeah. Well, I guess Evan, do you have any solo content that you'd want to make at some point?
Yeah, I've always kind of thought about like I guess just to clarify, are we talking
It doesn't
my
matter. Like,
dream thing, like
it's just
anything I
whatever.
think is
Like anything.
guaranteed to work?
No. Just like whatever you think you might make or something like that, or just ideas you've had.
Because I've thought like I mean like gaming content is pretty fun because it's easy. You just record it, you play a game, and then you put it on the internet. So if
Yeah.
that could just be like making me millions of dollars, like
That'd be pretty
I
epic.
think I would just do that because it's so easy. But also, I mean, I don't know if I'd be completely fulfilled by that. But I've thought a lot about like really how like YouTube works and the algorithm and how you become successful. And I think in the state that YouTube and Twitch and just like being an online presence, the state it's in right now, I think short form content and clip farming is like kind of the it's like the what's the word I'm looking for? It's the meta right now.
Yeah.
And
It really is.
I don't know if I could do clip farming necessarily.
I also really do think that if you stay consistent on a certain thing, you will find an audience. It's not necessarily
That's
going to
true.
be the one that'll make you millions of dollars,
Right.
but like at
Yeah.
least
I had
now,
a. Oh,
well,
go ahead.
I feel like at least now you can make like it doesn't have to. It's not going to be a luxurious living, but like a couple 100,000 subscribers, like that could be, you know, oh, I
Right.
guess a livable. Yeah, it could be a livable career.
Yeah.
I'm maybe not forever because the longevity of a YouTuber varies a lot.
Yeah, I think you can definitely get into niches. Like if you're playing like a specific game that I don't know that you're really good at or that is just I don't know, like really small, I
Yeah,
think you can definitely grow an audience for something like that, but then it becomes hard to grow, I feel like.
yeah. I feel like you shouldn't
Um
go for a niche. I think the idea is probably you want people watching you for you. I guess that's what the whole point of YouTube should have been. You know,
Yeah.
like it's YouTube. So having
I
content
suppose,
that
yeah.
revolves around you or your personality is probably the way to get an audience that doesn't maybe just leave after a while. I don't know. This is just like, obviously we're not professionals. There's a lot of people who know better than
I'm
us.
sure they can tell.
Yeah.
We're on our way to becoming professionals. But I'd say if I
Yeah, we
could
are.
do any sort of content, I think I'd do video essay style because I think that's something where it isn't like personalities. The personalities that are really big, is Kai Cenat and those guys, and I feel like I can't be as out there, I guess,
Yeah.
as like those guys and like have that viral personality.
Yeah. Because there's a fucking
Versus
trillion videos, like shorts of Kai Cenat doing just ridiculous shit. It's like
right, yeah, I
impossible to
don't
keep
think I
up.
could ever do that, and I couldn't ever do that. I don't think. Versus I think video essay, like I feel like people definitely click on something like that to watch the whatever the subject is, not necessarily
Yeah.
for me. And
It's
I think
also a
having
more
that
adult
like bit of
audience.
a right, yeah, I think I wouldn't want a kid audience.
Yeah.
Um, just
Even though
because I think the
that is the
content that you
most
need to make to
profitable.
appeal, yeah, exactly. I think the content that you just make to appeal to kids is just, I don't think I'd be fulfilled by it. Because
I'd
you'd
probably
have to
agree.
be doing so. Because I think that's like what mostly clip farming is like appealing to. Like the videos of like Queso freaking out about whatever like Twitch dono he got. I feel like it's a lot of kids who consume that content and like it.
Yeah.
Um, I get those videos too, but it's nothing that
But
I'm
you
like.
don't really like them.
Yeah, I'm not interacting with something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think video essays, I feel like you can be a little bit more disconnected from it because people come for the content.
Mhm.
And yeah, I don't know. I think I'd do something like that. There's not really a specific topic or like subject that I'd want to do it on, but at the same time, there's like a billion YouTube channels who do video essays on just random stuff.
Yeah.
So
And
I
what?
feel
I feel
You can
like
be
it's,
one more.
yeah.
yeah, I think it'd be hard to, I feel like it'd be hard to find success in a, when you're competing against that many people.
I
And
don't
who's
think
to
so. I
say you
think there's
need to?
people, I
Maybe the
think
success is here with us, you know?
Right.
yeah.
And
Well,
Yeah.
I also think
maybe
there
you
are
have your own
always
content
people.
too.
There's always people who are making it, I guess, big. Or like
Right. I
incoming
suppose.
people.
And I guess that's another thing. I'm kind of similar with Samuel. Like if I could ever see myself do it, like even if I made it really big, maybe if I was making millions and millions of
Yeah.
dollars, I would be
But
like, okay, yeah, let me just do this content stuff.
you
But
don't
like
really just
I
stumble
don't
into that.
think, yeah, like I think if I had the choice to be doing either content creation and like the job path that I'm on now and make the same wage, I think I'd choose the job path that I'm on now.
Hmm.
Like
I would
I'm
agree.
not
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily, yeah, I don't think I'm necessarily called to content creation. I think it's fun,
Yeah.
but I don't think I don't think it was ever meant to be my job necessarily. Unless if I'm making billions and billions.
Billions.
If I'm Mr. Beast,
Yeah.
apparently he's a billionaire now. Um if I'm Mr. Beast, like I'll do it full time.
Yeah.
Isn't he often broke at the end of his videos?
I don't
I don't
know.
think so. I know he says that he like invests everything in video, but that dude is like a billion. Like I feel like he cannot spend it all.
Well, yeah, I don't
He's
know.
making
It's
more
hard
than he
to.
can spend. I don't
It
know.
is really hard to gauge with that guy.
Yeah.
Who knows?
His productions are really. Then again, I think it's also this thing where like Elon Musk isn't worth, or like he is worth like whatever $100 billion or whatever he is, but like it's not like he can go spend $100 billion because it's like his company.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like the Mr. Beast
Well,
brand is probably
like
worth
the
like $1 billion.
it was a
He
while
can't go
back now,
spend
but
it.
like the Tesla stock dropped like billions of dollars. Like it went down billions of dollars. It's like It's kind of like almost fake money. So maybe not with
Right.
Mr. Beast, but when they say like they're a billionaire, it's like you're right. You can't spend all that money.
Yeah. Anyways,
Probably
They
paying
make
all
we
the
kind
them
like
of
live
got
good
on
though.
the weird
Yeah.
train of thought, but yeah, I think I do video essay stuff, maybe about like games, music, movies. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
Kinda,
what is video essay? I think this is the first time I'm actually hearing
Really?
what
it's
is
kind of. I mean, have you ever just like clicked on a video where
I think they described it to
a
me too, 'cause I
guy?
hadn't heard of it at the time.
It's like you kind of write a script going into it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, would you say like, what is it like like game theory? That's kind of like a video essay.
Yeah, I would say
You
so.
write
Yeah.
you write a script and do research beforehand, and then it's usually high quality. Like it's not like game or what is it? Um,
Oh, is it kind of like
it's not like a
Vadi
let's
Video with
play.
like Dark Souls stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly like that. Yeah. Where
Okay.
you have a topic and you write a script for it, and like what I'd be doing is I don't know, take a song that I really like or a movie that I really like and write a script about the things that I think are great about it, and then read it and then post it.
Yeah, and then probably edit it.
Versus some people, yeah, like let's plays are,
Free balling.
I guess, yeah,
Some of those
you
got
can kind of
scripts
just
to
record
them.
it. Yeah, I suppose Tobuscus,
Yeah. Wait, did he have scripts?
no, I
I,
don't
I
think
was more
so.
thinking like Dream. Those are scripted, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
Well, what about Austin? Did you say what you wanted to do?
I did
I think
not yet.
so.
I've kind of bounced around like if I actually wanted to make videos, and I feel like the hardest part is just like starting off. It's like
Yeah.
almost daunting because if you were to start, like the best thing you can do is consistently, so you're kind of just in it. If that's something you want to pursue,
Yeah.
and it is like sort of how you guys said, it's not necessarily what I want to pursue. It'd be more of a hobby, but
Yeah.
I think if I did, I would like to create like very edited gameplay videos of just
Okay. Yeah.
like certain games, like probably variety. Like I want to make like Rust videos, um, and who knows, maybe like Tarkov videos if I ever got back into that. But the big problem is my computer is a bit shit, and I feel like it can't run at
All of
a.
ours are at this
What do you
point.
mean, bro? You have a
Nobody can run.
supercomputer.
Yeah,
No,
nobody
dude,
can run
it's
Street.
old now, bro. It's old now.
Yeah,
It's
Streets of Tarkov is built
No,
different.
wear and
no,
tear.
bro. You have a really nice computer.
It
Yours is
doesn't. It
better than
doesn't.
mine.
It doesn't act like that. It's like it's super slow.
Might be your internet, or when's the
It's.
last time you cleaned it?
I always clean it. It's just been worn out, dude. It
I
doesn't.
don't ever clean my computer. What?
I don't know if I believe you, bro. You
I
have a
have
really
also
nice
never cleaned
PC.
my computer.
Dude, it's sealed. It's a casket. How could anything get in
Yeah,
there?
exactly.
It's
Oh,
literally a sarcophagus, bro.
Yeah.
Nothing's getting in
Yep.
there.
Well, I don't know what's wrong with my computer then, because it barely runs Rust at 60 FPS.
Oh no.
I mean, those servers are very high demanding on you too. Do you
Well, it's
have
like
like
yeah, maybe I don't know. Maybe it's just I need a computer more optimized for that. But it's like I can't really record under 60 FPS. No one's gonna want to watch that shit.
I
So,
can tell you right now, it's not your computer. Your computer is not the issue.
well, I
We
don't know
have
what isn't.
the worst internet
Because
ever, I think.
No way.
Austin, your computer is better than mine, and I have amazing performance on my
Dude, I don't know what it is then, because it does not work how.
It's definitely our internet. It's got to be
I
our
think
internet.
it's your
I
internet,
I
bro.
moved home from college and I had worse internet. I had
Yeah.
better I had better internet in the college
How
dorms,
can that
bro.
that can't affect frames though? Like it's
Yes,
mainly
it does.
frames. Does it? What the
Yes, it
fuck?
does.
I don't know. Well,
Yeah, it does.
regardless, my computer shit, and no, like recording it would be super AIDS. Like I would record it because I had OBS up, and the game up, and they'd be it just like I when I stream my screen on Discord, sometimes the frames go down. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
Dude, if
that's
I have more than one
your
tab
internet.
open in Chrome, my fans turn on.
Yeah.
Are they
So-
loud?
Computers or Evan's computer
Yeah,
just
very
might be
loud.
shit.
Well,
Guys,
my
I can't
fan-
believe that
my-
Evan paid the same for
computer's
his as I did for mine.
My fan is always on too. Maybe it's because I like never turn my computer off. I just leave that shit on.
Oh.
That's probably part of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you should probably let your computer restart.
Probably gets pretty toasty.
Yeah. Well, because it's like the screens go off and it's like it's
You keep it in sleep. Yeah, you should probably
that might be
probably
it.
reboot your computer a couple of times.
Dude, you know, for a while, my method of turning my computer off was
Please don't say was unplugging it.
unplugging it.
Oh my god, that's really bad
Awesome.
for your
Dude,
computer, bro.
I just kick the plug.
Never
and then I
mind.
turn it off.
I get
That's
why
really
it takes
bad
Evan
for
2
your
hours to load it for us. Never mind. I understand exactly how this
Evan
happened.
figured that out. Evan figured that out. He doesn't take that long.
Oh.
Apparently, it was on his like what drive was it on? It was on the like
It was on my. It wasn't on my SSD. Which I
yeah.
guess
It was
should
like
have
on
been.
his external
Oh,
hard
shit.
drive or some shit like that. So it's
Which
like
apparently is an issue. Dude, I don't know. I think
Yeah,
about
that'll do it.
Yeah.
yeah, maybe
Yeah.
I gotta let my computer restart a couple times. I probably like there's probably been times where I've kept it on for like a month straight. Like just
Dude, you
haven't
probably
kept-
got like 100 applications running right now.
Probably.
You gotta
No,
go
no,
to
no.
Task Manager.
No, because I don't. I like I keep my tabs pretty minimal. Like I can
They
tell
do
you what
have
Closes them all
viruses.
given time.
it could be a virus, but I don't know how to fix that.
Yeah.
My method was just like completely restarting, like factory reset.
I've done
Then,
that a
like,
couple
3
times. I've done that a
because
couple
I keep
times.
downloading viruses.
Yeah, you kind of yeah have to.
I
Factory
always try and
reset your
pirate
PC.
like school stuff. Like I never want to buy the textbook, so I just pirate it, and
Yeah.
then I always download viruses.
I'm on like those like pirating sites where you just like watch TV or whatever. I feel like that might.
Oh, there was what was that one that I had us all get on our phones?
Yeah,
That's
that's
that
one I
app
still
was
use.
so clutch.
And was it
Really? It still
M.W
works?
CoStream? Is that the
Yeah,
one?
it still works sometimes.
Oh.
I use it too.
No,
dude.
I was thinking about the other one, the like the
Oh,
physical
Showbox?
download. Showbox, that
No,
one.
that
Yeah,
one's
no,
definitely
that one's
fucked.
cooked. Yeah, that one's
Yeah.
cooked. I
Found
remember.
it.
Dude, ones like those they just get taken down so quickly. But for
Showbox
some,
lasted me like a year and a half.
yeah,
Yep,
they'll stay up for that.
basically.
But those come and go so quickly.
Yeah.
We kind of got
No,
a bit
yeah,
off topic.
Well, yeah, WCO stream or that stream.
That thing is still up and good. That thing is still up and good.
that app is clutch. It's so
I
good.
just use that to watch all of like was it solo leveling in like 2 days.
I was gonna say it used to only be anime that was on that show, but now they've added movies and TV shows and stuff.
Well, it's like
I think you can,
I think it's just like animated stuff because they have like cartoons. They have like Rick and Morty.
yeah. I was gonna say you can. I saw that regular show was on there, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dang, I should watch that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Well, see, that's what I would do, but I gotta get my PC thing figured out first. I gotta replace all the parts.
Yeah.
Bro, it's not your computer.
Yeah, I do
Dude.
gameplay too, but my computer doesn't work. So
Yeah.
Austin,
Probably
I've
just
had my
burn the old
computer
one.
longer than you, and your parts are identical to mine.
Well, I
The
don't know
only
what to tell
difference
you.
is
The-
your processor is different, but yours is better than mine.
Dude, I don't
You
know what to
have, like-
say. If it was so good, I don't know. I can't run Rust.
Because
Well,
it's
it
such
can.
a high it's a high like internet server required game. Your internet just sucks.
literally, bro, literally, our power went out today, but that was because of a storm.
Yeah, that did for me too, though.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
trust me,
I'll-
it's your internet. Maybe
Ugh.
clean your computer and reboot
I
it
always
every
clean.
once in a while.
I
as
cleaned it
well.
when I came home from school. I cleaned the whole thing, other than like the
Okay.
fans. What?
What is that, bro? Cleaning a computer, bro? Why do you need to?
You just
Yeah,
you suck out all the dust
nothing happens
Why?
to it.
Why,
it's the
bro?
same way.
because it makes the fans run harder, and then it
Don't
can
believe the
interrupt
liberal
your
agenda of
processing
cleaning your
power.
computer, Evan. It doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
I just-
exactly,
I
exactly.
put grape juice on my computer and it just gets rid of all the dust.
Soren knows how
Soaks
good
it all
grape
up.
juice is for electronics.
Yeah, dude, apple juice is the shit for headphones.
Anyways,
We-
okay, Soren, what type of content would you make, and why is it OnlyFans?
It is OnlyFans, but first and foremost, it's Dungeons and Dragons. It's gotta be, dude. I love like
Dungeons
story
and
creation and character
Dragons.
creation and stuff, and hanging out with my buddies and doing some of that. And the stories I make can be cool at times, and I'd like to share them with other people.
We should do
Uh,
another D&D.
Mhm.
yeah, we
but
gotta.
so that would be my
Evan's
thing for sure.
Evan's gonna reboot our series that we had going.
I've always sort of wanted
Pirates.
to do it in a professional space too, with some other
Yeah.
people who share my interest.
Soren, have you seen
Oh
what
yeah,
is
we're
it?
not professional enough.
What's like the
No.
YouTube channel where they're like voice actors and they
Well, there's a
you get a bunch
lot
of
of
voice
different.
actors to play Dungeons and Dragons together. It's like
There's Critical Role for
Critical
sure.
Role, yeah.
And there's a lot of different ones that do that. And a lot of times getting people like voice actors and different actors is common because it makes for a great show, if nothing else. Playing D&D is a little bit different than they show it online, but I'd still be down for like the online stuff too. And
Yeah.
everybody's got something a little different. I mean, some people make it that you think wouldn't make it for some of the content I've listened to. So there's just a
Really?
lot of it out there right now.
Like
Yeah,
they're
like there's these guys called Nat19. And they made the Holy Grail War system that I use for my current campaign. And they aren't that popular, but you know, they
Oh.
got a little fan base going on.
I thought you
It's
said
nice.
there's a lot of like big creators out there that don't really deserve that. But
No. I said there's a lot of creators out there who have made it that you wouldn't think really make it,
oh yeah.
you know?
Yeah, gotcha. Because you said that it's very hard to break into the Dungeons and Dragons YouTube scene,
It
right?
is. It's pretty saturated right now. There's just a lot of people who are
Really?
really good at it, and why would you listen to something bad when there's so much good stuff that's
Really
Yeah.
good at
popular?
it, and like you mean the Dungeon Master is really
Yeah, the Dungeon Master is really good, and then you can have good players too. Like like you mentioned, for Critical Role, all those people who are voice actors tend to be good players. They try their best to play their characters interesting, create interesting scenarios, and think how their character would think. And it's dramatic. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Dude, we can lock in and do that. Definitely.
You
I
guys
don't know if
gotta
it would be
lock in
your
on your
style.
pirate characters. You guys gotta say Armor and
Oh,
Matey.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if
We
that would be
do.
your style. Everybody's got their own little bit here, you know, as
Yeah.
we've seen.
Oh, I
Well,
know.
maybe we'll get better at it. We have 484 episodes to go or whatever. So,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, so
uh,
what's your favorite part about doing the? Because you're mainly a dungeon master. You don't really play a whole lot,
No,
other
no, I
than I
play a
guess
lot.
you
I'm
do
probably
play a lot.
50-50 on playing and
Oh, really? I
DMing.
didn't know that.
I mean, he played
Um,
in your game, Evan.
Yeah,
right. I
I
played
kind
in
of always
that
just saw
one.
you as more of a dungeon master because
In
you
fact,
kind
he
of
was
Yeah.
do.
so good that he was the only one who survived that.
I love being a dungeon master, but I also love being a player. Being a
Do you
dungeon master
think?
gives me. Go ahead.
Do you think you'd made content where you're the dungeon master or you're the player, both? I guess.
I would like to do either in some sort of successful capacity. I really do love playing characters and getting into character and being dramatic and slaying enemies and stuff like that. But I get a lot more control as a dungeon master over sort of the events of it, and I can try to make sure it's good at least for people to enjoy.
Hmm.
So that's why I like being a dungeon master is because I can make sure it goes right. But I like being a player because I enjoy making decisions and seeing how they affect things.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So that would be your ideal
For
content
sure.
creation. All
For
right.
sure. I would really love to do that, and I could see myself doing it as a job if it
Do you-
weren't already basically taken.
I
You just gotta get
I
really
feel
good.
like yeah, maybe your best hope is us then. We get really good at it because I feel like
Like
you
lock
because a
in.
lot of those really popular channels, they have like the same characters, right?
Yeah, a lot of times the different people or the same people will play multiple different characters. So maybe their first campaign ends and then those same people come back and play different
Yeah,
characters.
so they kind of have like a common crew that
Yeah.
Okay, what do you
So
guys
you
think
gotta
about
find you gotta
clip
find that then,
farming
Soren.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Right.
Clip
Well,
farming.
I have been doing that sort of. So every time I DM at Stout, I pick my favorite people from said group
Uh-oh.
and then I invite them back to my next group. So I'm slowly forming a group of people that I really enjoy playing with.
Do you
Are they
think
gonna roll up to your
do you think
school
they'd
now?
let you record them playing? You think they'd do that?
They
Why
do really
not?
like having me. If I was like, hey, we're just gonna record this, and otherwise I'm not gonna DM, they might do it. They probably would actually. But that'd
Tell
be
them,
kind of rude of me.
Yeah. I
tell
was
them
about
that
But
you
maybe I
want to
find
look
other people
back
with
on it.
similar passion, for like they want to record. Because I know one other guy has mentioned it before.
Just tell them,
in my
tell them
groups.
that you want to look back on it, and it's like for self-improvement, and then just upload it anyway.
to. Yeah, don't tell
Don't
them.
even tell 'em.
I'm definitely not doing that.
that
That is
illegal?
not how I want to
Probably
go
illegal,
about
isn't
it.
I don't know. Never
I have
pay them.
seen like one or two of those too that have been posted where it's like some guy who just fucking recorded it without their consent and then
That's
posted it.
awesome.
And I'm like, hold on. How did you possibly think that you, being as shitty as you are, were gonna make it by recording people without their consent? Because you're clearly a piece of shit person if you're doing that. What
He's
makes you
getting
think you'll make
heated.
good content out of
What
all
if
the
you
people?
recorded the audio?
Crazy
You don't even
work.
need
Crazy
to...
work. It probably would be the audio first and foremost.
Yeah, because
Doing the
like,
cameras isn't really all that necessary, honestly, because it's sort of theater of the mind anyway.
Right. When you play, do you use like I know some campaigns use the figures and they'll create
Yeah,
like settings. Do you do that at Stout?
I don't really have anywhere to store that, and I can't afford
Right.
all that. I do draw battle maps, so that
Okay,
they have
yeah.
a place to battle, but I just use ducks. I have a bunch of little plastic ducks, and they act as little placeholders.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
That does
You
sound
know,
pretty good.
I just did remember. I guess this goes back to our whole thing where it would be ideal if we had a set to do things at. Like if you were to do
Yeah.
D&D Soren, it'd be nice to have like a whole set where you all sit around a table or something, and
I
be in
would for
person.
sure want to do it in person and then
Yeah.
record.
And I remember it was a while back. I think it was me, Samuel, and Evan were mainly talking about it. But like, this would be most likely farther down the line when we all have like a stable career. But we were talking about renting out or even just like buying a property where it basically just be like a hangout place and we just split the lease or something like that where we
It
could
need
turn
to probably
into
be a pretty shitty place.
Sure.
to
A
Yeah.
little place,
go
split it
Yeah.
4 ways. Could make it
yeah
work.
or more depending on how many people we want to get in on it. It's just like a place where it's like I think the
Storage
idea at the
garage, and
time
we could just hook up
Everyone
internet.
has a
yeah
everyone has a key
like
to it.
like
I know
it
my
could be
dad
like
does
a
that for his hunting land. Him and all his buddies split it a couple different
yeah
ways,
so
so they
if we
can
were to
afford
do
it.
that like buy a small property where we could turn into basically whatever we wanted whether that's like a LAN party
A
gaming
dungeon.
or dungeon for Dungeons and Dragons or just like a set for whatever like
I
that
was
could
thinking
definitely be an
dungeon for
option.
like some other stuff, but
Oh yeah, some Freaky Friday shit.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have to do it on Friday.
Yeah.
But we have it all week.
Freaky
7 days a
Friday,
week.
Freaky Friday on Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, we'd get tacos involved too.
Yeah,
It'd
we get
be,
LeBron involved too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Speaking of the wolves,
Anyways.
but yeah, that would definitely be a
Oh.
cool what?
speaking of the wolves,
Oh yeah, they lost. No, I'm not gonna lie. I stopped watching after they went 3-1. I was just like, yeah, it's over.
What were they down like? Okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah, they lost by like 30 points in that last game. Anyway.
anyway,
Back to the shared lease. That would be a cool place to, just up production quality. Very far down the line, I guess we'd probably have to find somewhere in the meantime for you to have a set, But
The garage I'm currently located in
yeah, with the shitty internet.
with the terrible internet.
I guess we're
I
just
don't know. That could be a
recording and we're not
podcast
doing
in
anything.
places.
Yeah, podcast and
Kevin's
play.
garage.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
You
think
could do a
podcast in
public
place.
bathroom.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that exact thing when we were talking about podcast in places. The
Taco
bathroom.
Bell bathroom.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
there's
that's
no
what
way
you're
we
talking
wouldn't get in trouble though.
What about those videos
Excuse
where
me, you
people
guys need to
go?
leave.
I don't know. I feel like if I gave one of the gas station employees like $20 and I was like, "Don't go in the bathroom for an hour,"
Yeah, that'd
we
be a
could.
short.
I feel like we could do it.
Yeah.
They see us hauling in like a laptop and a microphone. All this. So it's like, what are you doing? They probably think
For
we're
20
recording
bucks, I don't think they would
What
care.
about like the
They probably
manager,
think we
though?
were
The
like
manager's
recording
gonna come
porn or
kill us.
something.
In the
Oh,
gas station
God.
bathroom is crazy.
Like taking a camera and a microphone in a
We'd have to
laptop.
soundproof it, man, because people would like be outside listening in.
Why?
That's okay. Maybe they'll listening to our podcast then.
Maybe we could get a
subscribe.
guest.
They'd be trying to get in. They'd be like shitting their pants, like, dude, when are you gonna be done?
Couple more hours.
Yeah, we're not done
Yeah,
yet.
it's going pretty good. I think we'll extend it for another 30 minutes on this one. Sorry, mate.
Yeah. But
Yeah. What were you saying about podcasts and places?
well, I was just thinking that is another solution to not really having a set. Just do
I
podcasts and
do
places.
think we need to do more of those.
Yeah, especially while we're all home. That
Should we
will.
film our next one in a place then?
I was about to say next podcast will be in a place, as a promise.
Okay.
What if we
we
like,
should
Is
do
it
Pizza
the boat
Ranch.
one next time?
Could
We
be.
should do Pizza
Is
Ranch.
that the one?
Yeah.
Pizza
Or
Ranch
is
would
it
be
Pizza
good.
Ranch?
Pizza Ranch?
Wanna-
We'll
I think
decide.
those are
We'll
our
decide.
two good options right
We
now.
could
We'll
go
just-
at Joey's Pizza Ranch.
Yeah, he'd probably let us.
How would we do that?
I mean,
though?
he is.
'Cause
I
are
think
we
he is
going
a
to be-
manager.
Yeah, he is.
We would like set
There
up
you
the
go.
microphone or something.
Yeah, we set up a
Yeah.
microphone, have a
Would we
laptop,
have a camera? You think?
We
probably.
shoot it on an iPhone.
Yeah, that's what we were saying because we were talking about earlier. I was telling Soren and Evan that I was looking at cameras that are usually good for recording. I don't know, like I guess YouTuber type shit. They're like the cheapest one I could find was $600.
Yeah.
So
That's
I think we
cool.
just use an iPhone.
Yeah, I think we could do Pizza Ranch. Pizza Ranch would be kind of fun.
Yeah, either that or we go on
That's
we go
one
on a
of those
boat
things
and
where I could
fish.
see it going viral. I could
Yeah.
see
Because
if
that
we
was
turn
our-
that into short form content. That's something I think I'd be like. It'd be cool to turn that into a short video, and
yeah.
it would also go viral.
Although there'd be a lot of eating sounds.
Would we be eating?
I don't
Wait,
know.
can we do the silent? Can we do the silent
I thought
game?
we'd just be
I mean, I feel like you have
there.
to
Ranch.
order at least.
Can we
So.
do, can
Oh,
we
right.
do the silent eating game at Pizza Ranch?
Just record us. Okay,
so-
what are we actually gonna do that one where we just don't talk, we play the silent game the whole time?
Yes,
Maybe.
I
I feel like,
actually.
when,
think
I
we
feel
could-
like
we
when
could
Samuel
probably
mentioned
do
it with
that.
video, it probably wouldn't actually be too bad.
Yeah, I think we got to do that.
Oh man.
We
That
could do it.
that sounds so AIDS, just
Yeah.
sitting there for an hour doing nothing.
Be
Well, you don't have
funny.
to sit there. You just can't talk. It's the silent game.
Hey.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's not the sit still game.
Right. I don't think I could stop myself from like geeking, bro.
Well, you'd lose, Evan. You'd lose. You don't want to be
What
the
happens
first.
when you
Would you
lose?
really be willing to be the first one to lose the silent game?
Yeah, we'd have to have a
I
punishment.
might not be able to control myself.
It'd have to be a pretty solid punishment.
Yeah, we'd have to have
Dude,
a
I go to
punishment wheel.
work and I'm like
think you
geeking
have
at
to-
work all the
I
time.
think you'd have to
Why?
like. You'd.
I don't know. I just
Like-
like think of things, bro, and it's like
Where
just
you work?
funny as-
Well, never mind. Actually, that's a stupid question to ask on
I'll
the
give you
podcast.
address.
Where,
Yeah,
dude,
I go to work.
no,
I'm, like,
nowhere will
geeking.
be secret for us. You just revealed where you went to school, Soren.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I work in Minneapolis.
When did I do that?
Earlier, you were
Said
talking
stout,
about
like
yeah,
3
you said
times.
yeah, you said stout.
Oh, oops.
It's too late now. They already
Bro.
know. It's
It
okay.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Who
Oklahoma
cares?
Stout.
Yeah, whatever.
None of
Whatever.
it matters anymore.
Yeah, we have no future, no aspirations, no future. Like we're
University
Yeah, I
of
don't-
Oklahoma
I-
Stout. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah,
you
exactly.
just looked that up.
No,
other-
I didn't
the other
actually.
thing-
It probably doesn't even exist.
Oh.
I thought you just looked up another school called Stout. You're just trying to play it off.
I think that that silent game thing is a good idea, but I think I'd maybe probably lose 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Well, yeah,
I can't stop myself from just geeking constantly. I'd just be thinking of stuff and it would
dude,
make me
it is
laugh.
really
I think
hard to
what
just.
I think what we should do is we should set it up in the basement and then like near that window, that screen door. And if they lose, they just have to go outside that screen door and just stand out there and
Until
watch.
they calm down or what?
No, they
oh,
just
for the
sit
rest
there
of
and
the
watch
game?
for the rest of the episode.
Okay, maybe I could lock in because that sounds like a terrible punishment.
No,
That
Yeah,
sounds
no, that's
hard.
pretty bad.
I think what we just maybe I don't know. I feel like I was more envisioning like a wheel that you'd spin and we just have like props on the table that they'd have to.
Oh, okay.
What, like a mouse trap?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Finger in a mousetrap. Do not lose silent game, bro.
Would that break your finger or no?
No, I
I
would
think
not.
No, it just
Okay.
hurt
Okay.
really bad.
Also,
I've
one of
never
the-
put my
hurt
finger in a
really bad.
mousetrap, so
I haven't either.
I've seen people do it, And
I
they're
think
okay,
it'll like
think.
leave a welt, but yeah, I think you'll live.
Gosh.
I'd be willing to
And
do,
if you
dude.
scream,
I've
if you
done
scream in the
terrible.
mousetrap, you have
I've
to do
done.
it again.
I've had terrible punishments done to me. No one say what it is if you know it. Like, but
Yeah.
it's like
I
like
remember we did a
KFC
punishment
biscuit,
wheel
no
before.
water.
yeah.
I ate some of that.
I remember what you had
KFC
to
biscuit, no biscuit, and no water.
Yeah, just fucking flour.
All right, the audience is not gonna know what that.
No, they'll know when we do it.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's do.
Dude,
That should be our next one. That would
Podcast
actually
in
be
places the basketball court. It's like we swap out. It's like 1v1s. You swap out doing 1v1s while the other two like have to talk or something.
Everyone's gonna see how bad we are.
Yeah, for real, we suck.
Okay.
Part of the fun.
Yeah, I feel like that would be a good idea. All right, you know
what
what?
are we doing for the next one? Are we? I mean, I
Well,
guess it
we'll
seems like a
figure it out.
weird topic to be like we're talking about the next episode. during this one.
Yeah,
That's what the
think,
episode is.
I guess, yeah,
I
content
really
creation.
think that the best thing we could do to increase production quality, just as things are right now, is having better ideas.
Yeah.
And I think we got to
I don't
execute
think
these better ideas.
We don't need
Oh,
like
man.
crazy technology to make stuff look pretty.
No.
I mean, there's a lot of people get famous just by shooting stuff off of their iPhones.
Yeah.
So
As much as I think episodes like this where we just shoot the shit kinda and talk about stuff, I think these episodes are good, but I think we do need to be more random. Like have episodes that you're not getting anywhere else.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that was the original idea behind this podcast. I think we've lost sight,
Yeah.
but I think
Well, I think a little bit, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think still my favorite episode is the one, the apocalypse episode. I
really.
still think I think that's my favorite one because
There wasn't even
it's
anything
so
there
rad.
though.
No, it was fun though.
it
Yeah.
was fun. It was fun.
All right, well maybe we'll look back at that one and try it again. I
You
think
just gotta
I
be
think
more
the thing
spontaneous.
I think the thing that ruined that was the fucking thumbnail that I crafted out of AI. It was fucking awful.
That was good. That's one of my.
I
that
think
was
it's
good, that
funny.
was good.
It was just AI slop. I was like that was a little podcast lore here. That was my
To be
first.
fair.
That was my well, actually not my first, but like we had someone making some of those thumbnails before.
I think if anything,
I remember,
we need to
dude.
be
Did you?
spontaneous.
Yeah,
Out
like
of our
we gotta be
out of our last 7 videos, that was the second most viewed one.
Hey,
So Evan
really?
may be onto something.
There
Yeah.
there we
The
go.
other one was first drunk episode.
oh,
Feet
okay,
overdosed on
Oh.
Kiwi.
I mean, that was pretty spontaneous. I think
yeah.
No.
All right, next one will be insane. Stay tuned.
we're gonna do something. We're gonna kill Soren.
Yeah.
I mean,
One
we've
of us
tried
is-
that a couple of times.
We're gonna write someone off the show.
I think we need. Okay, we promise next episode we're gonna come with
Yeah.
something actually insane.
Yeah, maybe we'll even record it this weekend. Let's try and do that.
We could do that.
All right.
Let's do it. Well, I don't know. Do we want to end it here? Like,
What are we at?
We're
What are we at?
better.
I have no fucking clue.
We're better
We're not even at an hour yet. Actually, we
Right,
might
yeah.
be like close on an hour. Well, one
That's
final
okay.
topic to end this one out. This was
Okay,
All
yeah,
right.
I got a final topic. Okay, videos aside, you're creating content. What content do you want? Like, doesn't even need to be a video. You want to create something? What are you creating? Soren, I assume it's just D&D.
Stories for sure.
Stories?
I love
Yeah.
little stories. I love little characters. I love those fucking things.
Do you mean
They're
like
the best.
Cause
Like
you
you would want to be, those books for Dungeons and Dragons where it gives you a campaign. Like,
I could write one of those,
would
yeah.
you want to be doing that?
guys
would
hit the
consider
like button
doing
if you
that,
want
yeah.
Evan to get a new mic.
Is my mic bad?
Yeah.
It's fine. I
It's always
understood what
cutting
you
out.
said.
Guys, I
I
don't
understood what you said.
I don't
That's
clean
good
my
enough for
mic.
me.
Clean your mic.
I also don't clean my mic except with apple juice sometimes. I haven't
What-
cleaned my new mic yet.
Whenever I want to turn off my mic, I throw it against the wall.
Dude, that
Evan,
reminds
is that
me.
the headset that I gave you?
It's still the headset that.
Samuel's just the mic giver because my current mic Samuel gave me, and my mic before that I bought. I probably dropped that thing 100 times, like on the hard fucking ground.
The last mic I had before this one, Samuel gave me.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, no, it is the Turtle
I did-
Beach
I-
700s.
Was it that was it that green one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Stealth 700s. Those things
Oh,
are
was
shit.
Okay. Okay, wait. So this mic you gave me, and the one before that you gave me, and the one before that I think you gave me too, because there's that one corded one. There's that one corded one that was really ear rapey. I'd swing it around by the cord. I'd throw it down the stairs.
Dude, Samuel just gives
I'm
us
so sorry
his
about your mic.
sloppy seconds all the time, dude. It's awesome.
What the heck, bro? Just buy me a new mic.
And you guys keep taking it. You guys keep taking it. You guys keep
No,
taking
dude, this one that you gave me though was nice, bro. Like this one's good.
It's a
probably-
very nice
This
headset.
sounds good. What do I sound like? I gotta watch.
It
episodes and see what
sounds
I
fine,
sound
but
like.
it cuts out every once in a while.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Evan said he's gonna get a Turtle Beach mic though.
I'm gonna swing it around by the cord and throw it down the stairs.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get a table mic too. So if we get a
You
set,
think if I like recorded on my phone, it'd be better?
I don't
do it
know.
on my
Probably
phone?
not, dude.
Yeah, you're right. That phone is pretty terrible as well.
Yeah,
What kind of phone do you have?
It's honestly, I think it's
dude. It's
not like the worst thing. I think it's probably 6 years old at this
it's like a
point.
Samsung too.
You think I could make an entire episode only in post? Like it's all just clips of us edited together with like fucking brain rot content thrown all over the
What do
place.
you mean?
Like
What is that even?
compilation? Alright.
Like you just
There's
take
no
random.
video. It is
or,
just random clips from all our other episodes smashed
Oh,
together to
maybe.
make
think,
one
like, you
episode,
So you
transition them
along with
well
like
enough?
other clips of random shit sparsed in.
Oh.
So
I mean,
you'd like
for our
splice
20th
individual
episode,
words.
Maybe not words, but little
Like-
segments. I'm sure I
okay.
could find a little something here and there.
That would take
Is
a
this like
while.
you're
I
going
think.
for a compilation?
Yeah, no, yeah,
video?
I guess like a compilation, but not
Funniest
much
moments?
worse.
like you take a sentence that I say in one episode and then Evan responds, but it's taken from another episode.
Yeah, like that. We get here for a couple episodes. It's like
That'd be so AIDS to watch.
it's
Yeah.
like just a little side project for me, like something that never needs to get finished. But if it does become finished, it
You
can
know
get
what, Soren?
posted.
I say you make that. If you make that and it's like an hour long, like we could just put that up on our channel.
I
Could
think
we
we
settle
should,
for
yeah,
30
we should-
minutes?
Yeah.
We should
yeah,
get
yeah.
back to the
Okay.
I remember when we first started doing this, my idea was that we would just say no to, or we wouldn't say no to any video idea.
Yeah.
Like we would just do anything that comes into our
It's
head.
going in the episode ideas.
Do anything.
All right, this made me realize something. I say we all get like a Team Adobe subscription.
Oh, that's right.
What do you guys think about that?
No, they screwed us over.
What do you mean?
We
Oh yeah,
lost an
they
episode
fucking
because of
did. They
them.
fuck.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
they did.
Adobe Podcast though. We ain't using Adobe
True, man.
Podcast.
Yeah,
I don't like
are we ever
Adobe
getting that
after
episode back? You think
No,
that
and I
will
actually
sound
liked
better?
that one too. That
I
one
know.
was a
Pretty
good
good, yeah.
episode.
Was that our second episode ever?
That was our second
I
episode
think it was
ever.
our second.
That one was good, dude. I feel like we've gotten worse.
I had hope, man. I had hope that we were getting it back, but I guess not.
Yeah. Well,
Well, what about you other guys? Like, if you could make any sort of content, is it still you guys' episode or ideas?
I
that
guess
you
Yeah,
have?
probably
Soren is
what I would
the. I
You
don't know.
wouldn't want to make
If I
music,
could,
Samuel? You wouldn't want to make rock music?
Me? No,
Like-
I can't. I'm not musically gifted.
I think if I had to
I'm not
change something
really
different, I would easily do travel videos. Cause then I get to travel wherever
Like
I
vlogging?
want. Yeah, I guess.
Travel
I don't know. I
vlogging.
don't know how good I would be at vlogging, but I get to travel. That'd be sick.
Hmm.
And I feel
I
like
make
if I
shitty 808 beats.
yeah. What would your producer tag be?
Young limo tint. No,
Dude,
I don't know.
that'd be it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Little Uzi burnt.
Well, yeah.
I don't know if we can say that.
That's a Chief. We're referencing a Chief Keef song. It's okay.
Yeah. We're canceled. It's over. Fuck.
Whatever. You'd make travel videos.
I guess so. That'd be fun. I just feel like
That would be
traveling would
kinda
be so much
funny.
fun. Just go wherever you want.
Honestly, I think I'm with Soren on this one. I think I'd want to make stories. I like world building is just so cool to me.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
I
That's
tried
where it's
writing
at.
I tried writing a book at some point, or like a short story. I got like one sentence in.
Yeah, no, books aren't for me. Books
Hold
are
on.
not for me.
I think I still hold on. Let me
At least not in the traditional sense.
let me pull it up. I think I still have it on my Google Drive. I'm gonna have to blur that out. I just pulled up Google Chrome.
I think
I
I'd
just
like
dude.
the idea of
I just typed in Google and Google.
what?
I went into the Google
no.
search bar and I typed in Google. Oh yeah, I
What'd
have
you-
it under.
what
I have
did-
it under.
what came up?
I I have it under first book draft. Here I'll read out the first sentence I had. This name is a placeholder because I couldn't think of a name. It's gonna be like a Western book. It goes like this. Is that a fire? Question mark. Gary asked while gesturing ahead. The sun was halfway past the horizon, and it would be dark soon. And that's all. That's all I got.
Right. Where was that?
Hey.
Where was that going?
I had no clue. I don't know.
Okay. Hey, next idea. Next improvised story idea. We go off
We what?
We what?
like that one apocalypse video. We use
What
that
about it?
as we use this story as the next framework.
You know what? I have a good idea
We
too.
could finish your episode. Or we could
What if we
podcast-
all write stories?
That's what I was just about to say.
Dude,
We-
I'm-
we
that's
all-
actually a
I
good
was
idea.
fucking
And then we
typing
share.
that in the podcast
Guys-
episode ideas
guys-
as you guys are talking
And then we
about
share.
it. I was
Dude,
typing it already.
Yeah, we all
you don't want me
write
to
our
steal your
short
thunder or
story.
nothing, but,
We
I'm
all
fine.
write our short story. That would take a bit of work, but
That would.
I'm
Yeah,
fine
That would
with
be a
that.
good video.
I
That
don't,
would
I
be a
don't
good
mind
video.
to do.
yeah,
That's something I could be working on while I'm at work, like actual work.
really. What the fuck do you even do,
I could
Rebel?
probably
You don't
get
do
away with
anything
that.
there.
Dude, I just like look for expired things, and then I take it to my boss, and he incinerates it with his laser eyes.
No.
Fuck yeah.
Is your boss Homelander?
Yeah. Anyways,
This dude, this feels like our first episode, bro. This one's so unhinged.
dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was so out of it at the beginning of this episode. I don't know what was wrong.
I think you're just autistic.
Okay, anyway, this.
All right, we're canceled. It's over.
This one's
My
pretty
bad, bro. Dude, you're so autistic, but in a really good way. Not that there's a bad way. Uh-oh.
There's only good way. We gotta figure out how to weaponize our audience.
I mean, there is Gage.
Okay. Way to bring out just a character that nobody knows about.
Can we,
Thank goodness.
Next
That's for the
podcast
best.
episode, we get Gage
I
on,
just
and
post
then
a
and then
picture of him.
we get Gage on, and we have him defend his most like
Yeah.
what am I-
We could do that. We
his
could do
most
that.
radical political opinion.
Dude, I still wish we were able to do that one where I met that schizo guy on Discord.
Oh yeah. Why didn't that work out again?
I kind of just forgot, and then I think he
Oh.
had
You
like
have
a
his Discord?
he must have had like a cathartic experience because he like completely changed his Discord profile picture, and I don't know what he's up to now.
Surely we could still reach out, right?
Maybe I could type to him still. I don't know. But
We
I don't
could
know.
reach that guy.
When do we fucking end this? Like this is
I don't
Well,
know.
maybe we just let it simmer.
okay.
You know.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. See you later,
What does that
guys.
even mean?
Yeah, what?
Guys,
Simmer?
thanks for
let's end this
showing
by,
up to the podcast.
Here, hold on.
Glad to have you all on. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this to your
This
grandma.
doesn't seem like
She'll love
simmer.
it.
No. If whoever may come across this series and just made it this far, type in the
God.
comments below
No one is
what
typing
you guys
the
want
comments.
what you guys want us to do, and maybe we'll do
And then
it.
we'll
I feel
never
like
do
we're
it.
gonna get a lot of people
The
saying "Let it
last-
simmer."
The last
feel like most people
100
agree.
comments have just been
Agree,
us.
just let it simmer.
Dude, it's gonna be it's gonna be a really
inside joke for the next 500 episodes. Let it simmer, guys. Type it down in the
Let
comments.
it
Can you
simmer.
make that the title of this episode? Can
We-
you do
well, I was just about
800? Can
I
you do
was-
5 or 485? Let it simmer.
I was gonna say
For that.
thinking of a title for this episode is gonna be like dirty work. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I mean, you have a pretty good option.
What's the thumbnail gonna look like?
I don't know, dude. I honestly have no fucking clue. Maybe I'm just gonna throw a bunch of famous YouTubers on it.
Maybe we call it "Let It
Not a bad
Simmer," and there's
idea.
like a pan with some sauce in it, you know. and it's being heated from the bottom.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know?
Well,
And that's the thumbnail.
Put Soren's face on the handle of the frying pan.
Yeah, put my face on the handle of the frying pan.
the countdown podcast lets it simmer.
Yeah.
Dude, you should make. You know that. Okay, we gotta end this.
Keep going, keep
No,
going.
keep going,
This
keep
is letting
going.
it simmer. This is letting it simmer.
know that
This is
one-
letting it simmer. This is peak content.
You know those pictures we make on Snapchat where it was like the one guy who's like shit his pants. He's like laying on the ground in front of the toilet, and then you'd like crop in a picture of like Logan and like Samuel.
Oh yeah.
You should make the thumbnail just look like one of those. It's like just the dumbest thing ever. Like it's just a bunch of like cropped pictures.
Okay, yeah, maybe. Who knows?
Oh, we're letting it simmer.
Dude,
This is
I'm about to cook up, bro. I'm not gonna let it simmer, bro. I'm about to cook up.
This is
I'm about to
this one's
make the
cooked
best
too much.
thumbnail
This one's
ever.
cooked too much.
It's overdone.
You know what, Evan, if you
It's
make-
simmered for too long.
All right, guys.
make the-
This
the
is it. This is
coolest
it. This is it. We're
thumbnail.
ending it. Everybody say bye.
Goodbye.
No, you can't make me.